Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to a powerful session today on IminiWealthTV. Thank you all for joining us. How is everyone doing today? It's an awesome time. Tonight, I have a special guest in the house. Yes, yes, yes. It's our live event for April 2025. And guess what? It's the month of financial literacy. And what better way to empower you and I on this session today for the month of April? I have a special guest in the house, my coach, who I'll be introducing to you all shortly. But I'd love to welcome each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us. on today's live session. Thank you so much. I'm your host. Yes, I need to introduce myself. I'm your host, Coach Lola Owokoniran. And tonight, like I said earlier, we have a powerful session, a life-changing conversation all about creating wealth, building wealth, creating impact, and leaving a lasting legacy. So thank you all so much. At this time, I'd love to encourage everyone. I'll plead with you to please invite, share the link. We are live today on YouTube, IminiWealthTV. Thank you all for joining us. And if you're new on our channel, seeing my beautiful face for the first time here on IminiWealthTV, a special welcome to you. And to our returning viewers, our family, IminiWealth family, and subscribers, we truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you for your ongoing support. Thank you so much. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're yet to. Give us a thumbs up and share this stream with your friends and family. Everyone needs to hear about this special conversation, a life-changing one, a powerful session. So let's spread the wealth. Let's share the link. Let's share this information to empower one another. And if you're joining us, please, 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 again, thank you all for joining. Drop some emojis, some love, some heart, some expressions of yourself. If you want to introduce yourself, please go ahead. It's a free word in the chat section of this video. And if you're ready to step up your game when it comes to legacy, wealth, and impact, yes, we hear that a lot in our communities, but what do they truly mean? Our special guest today will be going in depth into all of this. But before we dive in, I'd love to encourage everyone, please, 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 or invite you. Yes, that's the right word. I want to invite you to our April webinar, the Build, Grow, Thrive webinar happening on Saturday, April 19th at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll make sure that we do post the link in the comment section. For anyone who's yet to register, this is a wonderful time to go ahead and register for that, or scan the QR code on the flyers. And, there'll be more on that later on. But if you're serious about wealth building, this session is definitely for you. Today's session will usher you into the webinar as well. It's going to empower you and give you more information. Now, I'm beyond excitement. I'm so happy to introduce a phenomenal guest, my own coach, live with us today, someone who is making waves, making impact in her own community. If you know her personally, you can specially testify to this. She's making waves into the wealth and personal development space. And tonight I have with me the amazing, incredible coach Rasheeda Omolade-Sule. Again, I'm proud to say my coach. She's an executive director, a wealth strategist. Who else do you need in your corner if not a wealth strategist? In addition to your doctors, of course, your lawyers. Yes, you need a wealth strategist and a personal development coach. Did you hear me right? Yes, a personal development coach. She's someone who helps high achieving married women, entrepreneurs, and professionals help us balance our personal growth, business success, and family life while securing our financial legacy. So she wears many hats, but she gives you the holistic picture, guiding you with your personal development in so many ways. Now, she serves high achieving, like I said earlier, she serves high achieving married women through her coaching sections, her workshops, speaking engagements. She's helped her clients gain financial literacy, helped them create an effective wealth strategy for them and their families, and also ensure that they have the tools, the knowledge that they need to build, grow, and protect their wealth. Now, her mission is to empower these amazing women. It's not just in the US, it's a global effect for her. It's a global change for her. And she's impacting the lives of women all over the world that I can personally testify to. Now, her mission again is to empower these amazing women to create wealth, and not only to create it, but also to secure it, to sustain it along the way for their family and for future generations to come. And on this channel, we're all about legacy planning, wealth building, and living a life of purpose. Now, she's here to help us share her real life strategies, real life stories, real life insights, tips, and most importantly, share her wisdom on how we as women can take charge of our financial future and build wealth that lasts us for generations to come. Yes. So, for every woman out there watching me, yes, you can be on this wealth building journey with your spouse, whether you're married or not. If you're not married, that's fine. It's not too late to start. It's not too early to start. Start today. So let's get into today's session. Again, welcome to everyone just joining us. Special, special welcome. And I do have my coach and hopefully be your coach someday, Coach Rasheeda Omolade-Sule with me tonight. Please, 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 let's welcome her on today's show. Welcome, 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 Coach Rasheeda. So I'd love to hand it over to you if you have any words of insight or welcoming our guest on today before I go on today. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say thank you. And I know that today's going to be extremely powerful. And the women shall hold their seats, have their pen and paper ready to write down what we are going to be discussing today because it's going to be life changing.
Yes.
So, let's go.
All right, here we go. So, like the title of today's the flyer, the event, it's all about legacy creators. Legacy creators defining we as women to be destined to build wealth, create impact, and leaving a lasting legacy. Now we see this we've heard these words being used very much in the economy, in social media, in our families, when we attend seminars, even on your job, creating impact, creating a legacy. You go to the bank, you have conversations around the coffee table. These words are used frequently. So please, Coach Rasheeda, can you start us up with the true definition of wealth, impact, and legacy? So we're not misusing these terms every time we're having this conversation and we have a great understanding about it. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Do you hear me clearly?
Yes, we do hear you.
Okay. That's a great question because it's very true that we're hearing legacy, impact, wealth. And I can tell you that over 60%, 70% of people don't even understand what that means. So I'm
Mm,
going to start off with the definition of what legacy is
mhm,
and what it means, what it should mean to women who are married. Okay. So the thing is, the definition of legacy is the intentional mark that you leave behind. The intentional mark that you leave behind, not just material things. Because a lot of times when we think of legacy, we think, oh, I have to leave behind money, not just
mm,
material things, but in value,
mm,
wisdom, love, principles that you pass on to your children, that you create and form in your marriage, and that eventually evolve in your community. Now, for married women, when you hear legacy, I want it to mean this to you.
mm.
Legacy means building a life and family that reflects purpose, that
Yes,
reflects the vision that you have for your family,
yes.
and the generational blessings
Mm,
that you want to continue after you're so gone.
mm,
Okay? That's what the legacy truly means. Now, when we look at impact, when we look at impact,
mhm,
impact in itself is the influence and change that you create through your presence,
mm,
through the choices that you make, and your voice. So, when you're talking about impact, you have to know, how do you carry yourself? How do you show up? How are you helping the next generation? How are
mm.
you helping women? How are you helping? What are you doing to make a difference in this world?
Mm.
And again, for married women, when you hear impact, I want you to know, how do you show up and how do you support your spouse?
Hmm.
How do you lead in your business? How do you raise your children? How do you uplift others at your
Yes.
job or your business, for
Hmm.
example? You see, it's not always, impact is not always loud.
Hmm.
It's powerful, it's intentional, and it's often rooted in how you show up daily in love, in leadership, in service. Anything that you're doing, make sure that you're doing it in love, in leadership, in service. Now, that was legacy, that was impact. And the third one is wealth, because we get it all mixed up. Now, the definition of wealth is it's more than money. This is one thing I want you to get. Because when people hear wealth, they automatically think, oh, millions of dollars, billions of dollars. No, wealth is more than money. Wealth is the ability to live freely, give generously, and protect what matters most to you. That's what wealth is. And for my ladies out there, wealth means living or having the financial strength to support your family's dreams, to invest in your marriage, to create options and build a future where your family isn't just surviving. Your family is literally thriving. That's what wealth is. And they're thriving not just materially, but also spiritually, emotionally, and financially. I hope everybody was able to get that. Okay? So that's the definition of the three.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And for everyone joining us, welcome again. And this is a great time to join us on today's call. Again, please let's keep sharing and inviting. It's gonna get really hot in here. So everyone, get your notepad, your questions ready, and take notes like I am, because it's gonna get really juicy real soon on today's conversation. That was an introduction into today's topic. Um, so back on today's topic, talking all about legacy creators, focusing on women destined to build wealth, creating impact, and leaving a lasting legacy. We are encouraging everyone, like Coach Rasheeda said earlier, you as a woman can do this and do this with your spouse, whether you're married or not. It's very, very important to join him or her on this journey. Now, Coach Rashida, for many high achieving women that struggle to balance business success, personal growth, I mean, your personal development coach, when we talk about family,
Yeah.
life with the kids, with family generally,
Mhm.
what are the key strategies that you recommend for women out there who want to, build wealth, be successful in their careers, in the business, without sacrificing their well-being or relationships, not just in the marriage space, but even with your friends, your girlfriends, relationships that day to day. So how do we
Yeah.
balance um, the building wealth, and doing that effectively, successfully, without sacrificing
Mm.
our personal well-being, our health, and all of that, and even our relationships?
Mm. Great question. We hear balance a lot as well. You see, balance starts with clarity. It
Hmm.
starts with intention. I want them to write that down. Balance starts with clarity and it starts with intention. I always coach my women to define what success truly means to them, because success is relevant for each person. And success, again, is not just financial,
Hmm.
but also emotional. spiritually and relationally. You see, the key is building a business and wealth plan that supports their life vision. You have to know you're in a marriage, or maybe not even a marriage. Let's even say a woman who's not even married yet. You have to have goals,
Hmm.
have dreams. Where are you going? Have some type of clarity on it. Because the key is if you want to build a business and you want to have wealth,
Hmm.
you have to have a plan. And that plan has to support your life vision. So if you don't see, if you don't know where you're going, then how are you going to get there? How are you going to, you know, balance yourself to get there? Women have to learn or know how to prioritize these new words that we're calling it now. You know, automation.
Yes.
It's helped a lot of my married clients. Automation. Learn how to delegate.
Hmm.
Learn alignment. Understand alignment. Because I teach my clients how to create income streams that don't require their constant presence because it is automated. And then we begin to use personal development to develop habits that will begin to nourish both their goals and their soul, what they really love, so that they can grow wealth and stay present with the people and the priorities that matters most.
Hmm.
Because a lot of times when we're not clear on our vision and we're not intentional about what we're doing and where we're going, that's where the chaos comes. That's where the chaos comes in. So yeah, that's what I would say. Are you hearing noise in the background?
Yes. Some feedback, some glory, but it's okay. Let's keep going.
Is that fine? Okay.
It's, bud-
Go ahead.
it's bugging you. Yeah, it's okay. Let's keep going.
No, I'm okay.
Yes. Thank you so
No,
much.
I'm done. You want
Okay,
to go?
okay. Okay. Thank you so much. So I hope you were taking notes just like I was, but I'm gonna learn how to balance, and then balance starts with clarity and intentionality.
Yeah.
Having your success plan. Define what your success really truly means to you. Once you define it, then you can draw out your plan. And that plan is to support your vision that you have for yourself as a woman. And also automation, delegating that plan is very, very important to enjoy that balance and help you enjoy holistic well-being, relationship, wealth-wise, and all of that. So thank you so much, Coach Rasheeda. I really did appreciate the way you broke it down and simplified it. And I also want to encourage everyone joining us, even if you're a man, this also relates to you, not just to the women. This is also applicable for every man who is striving or wanting to be successful when it comes to wealth building. We all need a plan, a success plan. What is your plan? What does success really mean to you? Now, talking about April, we all know April is the month of financial literacy, educating all about financial education in order to help attain that financial freedom that we're all looking up to. Financial literacy is a major gap for many women, you know. But what are the top three financial principles, Coach Rashida, that every woman, based on your experience, I really, really want to tap into your wisdom tonight and your experience, with your encounters with women all over the world. What must they understand in order to create a lasting wealth legacy for their family? What are the principles, the financial principles that they need to understand?
I'm gonna break this down real nice and sweet. The first thing that women need to understand about financial literacy is to pay themselves first.
Hmm.
That's number one. Pay yourself first. Treat saving and investing like a non negotiable expense.
Hmm.
When I speak to my women, it's like, huh? What do you mean? Yeah. If you're working a job, if you're working a job, before you even get the paycheck, our favorite Uncle Sam does not trust you to pay taxes after they give you the money.
Hmm.
So they take the taxes before they give you the money.
Hmm.
Now, when we get this money, the thing that many of us do first, pay bills.
Yes.
Gotta pay this, pay this, pay this, pay this. And at the end of the day,
Nothing left.
many have nothing left for themselves.
Yeah.
When we have nothing left for yourself, it means that you're just living to pay bills. Living to pay bills. So
Hmm.
the number one thing that I would say is pay yourself first.
Hmm.
After the government have taken theirs, after you're a Christian or whatever, you have to pay tithes, you go ahead and pay tithes.
Hmm.
The next
Hmm.
10% should be you. I always let these women know whatever an hour of your pay is
Hmm.
a day, keep it for yourself. If
Hmm.
you work 8 hours a day, if the government has taken 1 hour and
Hmm.
the other one is going to your tithe, the third one should be going to you, and
Hmm.
everything else, work that around the bills. So the first thing is pay yourself first. The second thing that I always um, talk to my clients about is know the difference between assets and liability.
Hmm.
A lot of women have no clue. Assets and liability. If it doesn't grow your money, it's costing. If it's not growing your money, sis, it
Hmm.
is costing you. So you need to know the difference between assets and
Hmm.
liability. The third thing is leverage your time. Compound interest is a thing that is extremely amazing.
Hmm.
And the earlier you start, the more powerful your wealth becomes.
Yes.
Leverage time and compound interest.
Hmm.
You see, when women master these principles,
Hmm.
they not only shift their own presence, but also they shape their family's future.
Hmm.
Because you understand the principles of how money or wealth is created or
Hmm.
made. You understand? So those
Yes.
are the three things.
Hmm.
Pay yourself first, know the difference between assets and liability, and leverage time and compound interest. Don't just hear compound interest. Find out where can I put my money and it begins to compound for me. Because I let people know your money should be working harder for you than you're working for money.
Yes. Hmm.
If it's not doing that, there's no way you can build wealth.
Hmm.
No way. So those are the three. I hope that was good.
Yes. Those were excellent, excellent, excellent. You know, it's so amazing. I love the way you made it more applicable to everyone earning a paycheck, and
Yeah,
this also go for business owners also.
yeah,
You know,
definitely.
we pay the bills, we pay the vendors, we pay we pay our employees, but we don't pay ourselves first.
Don't do yourself
You know, so those were very, very um, important top principle, financial principles that everyone needs to take away from today's discussion. Now, Coach Rasheeda,
yes, ma'am.
we see many women facing limiting beliefs. I love it when you talk about mindsets. I mean, I always stay close attention when you go when you start talking here. But we want to go into the mindset because it all starts with the mind of a human being. What's in here before it goes on paper or before we apply it. Now, many women face limiting beliefs when it comes to wealth building. What mindset shifts and what practical steps do you coach women out there on how it's going how what to help them break free, or what's going to help them break free from financial limitations and step into that calling, into that energy, into that belief of creating wealth and doing it confidently?
Mm, mm. I've come to realize that you have to start with permission.
Mm,
Permission. You know, a lot of people don't understand that they deserve to be wealthy. Ladies, you deserve to be wealthy.
mm,
You deserve to be fulfilled, and you
mm,
deserve to be secure. That's the first shift. Is to grant yourself the permission.
mm,
Then you can now reframe money as a tool for impact, not just survival. And what do I mean by that? If we do not shift our mindset
mm.
to understand that you deserve this,
Yes.
this is your birthright,
Mm-hmm.
and to walk in it, not allowing money to control you,
Mm-hmm.
but for you to control money as the tool that it is. Because a lot of people are using money as the survival.
Mm.
If I don't have it, if I can't get it, no. You first of all need to understand who you are, whose you are, and understand that everything else has been added to you when you know who you are. So I walk my clients through aligning their finances with their values, creating a wealth blueprint, and building confidence through small wins. Every time they save anything, it's like a huge win. We have to do that. We also address generational money beliefs because a lot of people are coming from a place where they feel like if they're talking about money or they want a lot of money, money is the root of evil. No. Oh, the love of money is the root of evil. No. When you love it to a point where it now becomes your God, then it's the root of evil. But when you love it in order to make impact with it, it's not evil. So generational money beliefs and replace that with empowering truth because when a woman shifts her mindset, she literally changes her legacy. Women are extremely powerful. When we change our mindset, we change our legacy. I hope that was able to answer your question.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. Thank you so much. Um, so building wealth is one thing,
Yeah.
but I want us to go into protecting it,
Mm.
into
Mhm.
legacy planning,
Yeah.
future generations.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother conversation. When we're building, we have a strategy, we focused on mindset.
Mhm.
Now, what are the most overlooked yet critical steps that women today, entrepreneurs, professionals, should take to secure their financial future for generations to come?
Okay. You see, over the years, I can tell you that too many women, they'll build wealth. For those, because I work with high achieving women, so they build wealth the way they know how to build wealth. But then they don't know how to protect the wealth that they're building. And some of the most overlooked steps of not protecting your money, one is not having the right insurance strategies. When I tell my ladies about insurance, they're like, insurance? Yeah, insurance. Not having the right insurance strategy in order to be able to safeguard your income and your legacy. Because you see, setting up living benefits and proper estate planning tools or using tax advantage accounts in order to grow your wealth faster is a smart thing to do. But a lot of people don't know that you can literally use insurance to protect everything that belongs to you. Because, like I said earlier, wealth isn't just about how much you make, it's about how much you keep, it's about how much you grow, and it's about how much you pass on. So, protection is power. Because, can you imagine? You work so hard, you have this money, you've bought a house, you've done this, you've done that, you have you have things in your mind how you want that money and everything to be passed on, or um, how you want your assets to be passed on to the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
But because you have passed on and you never really protect those assets,
Mm.
now it goes to what we call probate,
Mm.
not allowing the people that you work so hard to enjoy it. They don't get that money. They don't get those assets.
Mm.
So insurance, very, very important. Protection of all of your assets, very, very, very important. So that's my go-to is for our ladies to be able to understand the importance of protecting what you have and the importance of estate planning. Very,
Yes.
very, very important.
Yes. Those are very important, and I'm very glad that you highlighted those points because when you look into a family structure, the women, we have a voice.
Mhm.
We play a very significant role in the family. And if we're not having these conversations with our spouses, you need to start today. Ask these questions. So, but from your personal point and talking about asking those questions, what is the practical ways in which women can start these conversations with their spouses?
How can women start the conversation with their spouses? Hmm. Just literally to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So women that have allowed their man
Mm-hmm.
to be the hero that he is,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't even talk about finances. They just leave everything to the hubby to
Yes.
do it all. So they have to be careful the way they approach their hubbies when it comes to financial situations.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make sure that you say it in a very loving place. You're coming from a very loving place. You say it in a loving and caring way,
Mm-hmm.
and ask the question.
Mm.
I don't know what you call your husband, or the babe, or the honey. You know, I mean, I'm hearing so much about legacy. I'm hearing so much about. Have you heard about this insurance thing that they're talking about?
Mm. Mm.
And he's like, which one is that? I've been hearing about it, and I looked into it. I told him, let me ask my husband. So I just want to. Have you heard of this insurance or that insurance or honey? I heard something like insurance is able to help protect our assets.
Mm.
And if just get into that conversation, but before you even get into the conversation, make sure that you've done your own due diligence to understand what it's all about. Because sometimes, if your husband is not fully knowledgeable
Mm-hmm.
about it, you should already know. Ego.
Mm. Mm, mm,
Ego. I'm not there for every man, but if your guy is like that, the ego would kick in and he'll just say, ah, what are you talking about? Insurance to protect you. Take out something, take out your phone. Be like, ah, honey, look at this thing. Or I heard it here, or I was speaking to somebody, or I was listening to Lola on YouTube,
mhm,
and this is what I found out. It's very, very interesting. Maybe we should take a look into it,
mhm.
if he's not already doing it. But I don't know why he would already be doing it without you knowing about it. Because all in all, you also should be covered. Your assets should be covered. Everything should be protected. So I will start that conversation like that because you got to be very, very careful. You have to know who your husband is,
Mhm.
how he operates, how he hears things. So you have to do it accordingly. The way I would do for my husband may be different from the way you would sit your husband down and talk to him. So you have to know who your husband is and how you can start the conversation where he will hear you from a
Mhm.
place of concern, a place
Mhm.
of love, not a
Yes.
place of judgment or
Mhm.
accusation
Mhm.
or don't you know about this stuff? You don't want to take it there because then nothing will ever happen. So
Awesome.
yeah, everybody have to know their own piece.
Okay, ladies, you heard it from the expert herself. So please let's go ahead and start applying these principles and having these conversations with our spouses because we don't want it to be too late.
Yeah.
Once this incidents happen, we don't pray that our loved ones will die too early, but
No.
by the time it happens, it's usually too late.
But Lola, can I say something?
Yes, please.
You see, a lot of times when we hear insurance, we always think of death, and that's just
Yes.
something that we've been taught over the years. And
Hmm.
it's the wrong vibe because it's not the ones that we have now. It's actually for the living, it's not for the dead. It's not
Excellent.
for it's for the living.
Yes.
The policies that are out there right now, you can actually use those policies
Hmm.
as your retirement fund.
Hmm.
You can use it for children's college. You can
Yes.
use it for emergency funds.
Hmm.
You can use it if you're hearing infinite banking. That's
Yes,
that's
that's what we
this.
do.
You understand? You're able to put your money into these policies, and your money is able to grow up to some of them 12.5%. The
Mm.
bank is not giving you that. So I
Hmm.
don't want you to hear insurance and just automatically think, oh, it's for death. No, it's for the living. Okay, because a lot of people right now, once they hit the age of 65, many of them have retired, but they're not tired. So
Yes.
they're able to pull out a certain amount of money
Hmm.
every month or yearly, money
Hmm.
that they don't have to pay back, money that is tax advantage.
Hmm.
Because if your money is growing compounding,
Hmm.
and you don't have to pay taxes on it, ah,
Hmm.
that's you building wealth right there. But when you
Yep.
don't even know that it exists,
Yes.
you're working hard when everybody else's money is working hard for them.
Mm.
So I don't want people to just think, oh, it's about somebody's going to die. It's not
Mhm.
about that. But if that was to happen, at least your family's protected.
Yes. Yes.
And,
Thanks. Hmm.
and it has long term, what is it, living benefit.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you're an entrepreneur, you should have this policy like yesterday. Because if you become sick,
Hmm.
it's there for terminal illness,
Hmm.
chronic illness,
Hmm.
critical illness. Some even have Alzheimer's.
Hmm.
It will take care of you while you are still living.
Yes.
It will take care of you.
Hmm.
And then, God forbid, if anything happens, it takes care of your family. So these are things that we ought to have in place. So I'm
Yes.
looking forward to women just doing what we need to do in order to create this amazing legacy and amazing impact in the world.
Yes. Um, what would you say to women that are doing this but they're scared?
They're doing what with this
Doing
thing?
business, or maybe let me rephrase that. What would you advise any woman out there who wants to go into business but is scared, is um scared of what's gonna happen, scared of taking that bold step? of just starting that business.
Getting into the entrepreneurship, um,
Yes, yes.
it's the best thing to do. It's the number one thing to do because, and this is why I call wives entrepreneurs because whether they know it or not, they are already entrepreneurs. The moment that the man asks for your hand in marriage and say, "Will you marry me?"
Mm,
It's not just marry me to just come and sit down and do nothing.
yes.
You now turn a house into a home. You did that. The sperm that he gave you, you turn it into a baby that you cooked for 9 months and gave it back. You did that.
That's true.
The grocery that you go to the store and buy and stay in the kitchen for 2, 3 hours and you make it into a meal, you did that. The living room, the way it looks, everything, you are the entrepreneur of that.
Mm,
So when it now comes to finances and it comes to you now wanting to do something bigger and better for your family, that's a decision that I feel that every woman should make.
mm,
Because what a JOB does, a JOB is good.
mm-hmm,
I know they used to call it just over broke because they pay you just enough
mm,
to be okay so that you can come back.
mm,
But when you are an entrepreneur,
mm,
you're the one who's setting the standard. You can literally say, okay, this year we're
mm-hmm,
gonna do 100,000. All you have to do is look at what you made last year, and whether you need to double it up, maybe you need to delegate and hire more people, whatever it is. Next year you can say we're doing 250, but you
mm,
can't do that with a job. Years ago, when I was called into working with married women, I went into the online space because I believed, personally for me, that every woman should be an entrepreneur,
mm,
working 3, 4 hours a day so they can have more time and freedom for their children, for their husband.
mm.
That's why I went into entrepreneurship. So it shouldn't be something that they should be afraid of
Yes.
because their life,
Mm,
your freedom, your money,
mm.
your time is on the other side of that fear.
It's true.
So if you keep looking at the fear and it's scaring you, then you better know that you are the one that's causing
Mm,
your family not to get to the other side.
mm.
Because a lot of times we will say, oh, why don't my husband do it? Oh, let my husband. Sis, we're talking to you. We're going to help you
Mm-hmm.
do it and do it right so that you don't have to make any mistakes and all of that. When it comes to husbands, if he already have a job
Mm-hmm.
and he's okay with that, let him be. It's okay. You come, let us take you by the hand
Mm-hmm.
and walk you through until you begin to really make good money
Mm,
because that's the only way that we can truly impact our children,
mm-hmm.
truly impact our family and our community. As women, we have a lot going on. We have our parents that we're taking care of, our children, we have our husbands.
Mm-hmm.
So money is something that we should have at all times because we take care of everybody.
Mm.
So that's what I truly believe that don't have any fear. Don't fear. If you see me on Lola here, don't fear. Just
Yeah.
jump in and say, you know what? How can I get started?
Mm.
And we begin to help you
Yes.
step by step to get to where you're going.
Yes. Thank you so much, Coach Rasheeda. You see, guys, I told you, and it's because of time. We're going to wrap it up shortly, but it's thank you so much, Coach Rasheeda. I don't even know where to start from, but I do want us to appreciate her for taking time out of her busy schedule to be on today's live. I mean, I've been trying to get her since beginning of this year, but finally we made it happen this today. We made it happen, and I'm sharing my personal coach with everyone on this live. So please, please, please give this video lots of thumbs up to show appreciation back to moi and to also appreciate Coach Rasheeda. And again, if you're yet to subscribe, this is an excellent time to hit that button and subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. So, like I said earlier, we're having a powerful conversation here. Everything she said, she's a woman that not just talk the talk, she walks the walk, and she's very passionate about what she does. And this is a testimony that has been shared not just within her local community, but globally. Her wealth and empowerment, personal development empowerment, coaching sessions, her workshops is a global movement, which
That's
is
right.
why I took my time to make sure she was on today's call, to impact, to empower, to ignite that fire in a woman out there. That's the purpose of today's call. But going back to the conversation, Coach Rasheeda, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your words of wisdom, because I know any woman, every woman out there, if you're at a roadblock, or you're yet to make that bold step, or you have to make an important decision, I'm hoping that everything she has shared on today's live will help you in making the right decision. You know, but I have a question here, and I want to direct this for a woman watching us today, or anytime anyone comes across this video who feels overwhelmed, they're not sure about where to start when it comes to legacy planning, building wealth, making an impact. What is one powerful action? Or you can even share, more tips on that. I'm not going to limit you to one. So we're having our own coaching section here with the live audience. But what are the powerful action steps that woman today can take right now to begin her journey towards wealth creation and legacy building, making that impact in her generation and into future generations?
Mm.
Please, we'd love to hear from you.
One thing that I would say for them to do is start with a decision. Decision.
Mm,
Decision is so important. Decide that your future is worth building
mm,
starting today. You don't need to wait for tomorrow.
yes.
Women are doing great things out there. And the only thing is keeping you from where you are and your greatness
Mm,
is you making a decision. And what is that decision that you need to make? Schedule a financial clarity session
mm,
with someone. Or maybe go and open up that savings or the investment account. I don't even believe in savings account. Investment account. Investment account is what allows your
mhm,
money to work for you. And I
mm,
know a lot of women do not understand investments. They
mm,
don't. And that's another, course that I teach.
mm,
Investment account is extremely important.
mm,
Or
mm,
maybe just write down your financial goals,
mm.
but make a decision to do something.
Yes.
Make today different from what you did yesterday. So what's going to make it today different is for you to say, you know what? I have $500 somewhere. I want to put it into an investment account. Let it
Mm,
begin to work. Make a decision. Or just take a pen to paper and say, you know what? This year, this is how much I desire to make. How I'm going to get it, I don't know yet, but this is what I desire. I don't know, but Lord, this is what I desire. Because momentum starts with movement.
mm,
If you just watch this and you're not moved by nothing and you don't do nothing, all you did was just get intellectually smarter again today. You just learned
mm,
something extra.
mm.
And being intellectually smart does not build wealth. There's something that we call the gap between knowing and doing.
Mm.
You've heard it today, you know it. But there's a gap between the knowing and the doing. And that gap is decision.
Mm.
Make the decision not to only know, but to do.
Mm.
If you go back in the day, we would say, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. No, knowledge is power,
Mm.
but the action is what makes it powerful.
Mm.
The action. So momentum starts with movement. You don't need to have it all figured out to start. Just commit to learning,
Mm.
commit to growing,
Mm.
commit to saying yes
Mm.
to being wealthy, commit to saying yes to legacy, commit to saying yes to, you know what? I am becoming a woman of legacy. I am walking into wealth.
Mm.
Wealth is my birthright.
Yes.
Start with that.
Mm.
Start with that.
Mm.
And God will continue to bless y'all all. Start
Thank
with
you so much. Those were bombshells, what they call it. Those were great nuggets, great wisdom nuggets. That's what I'll call them. Yeah. So, see,
oh
they're
my,
showing.
that's my dude.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. But again, thank you. This has been an excellent interview. Oh, I won't call it interview, but an excellent webinar, live session. I wish we could go on, but out of respect for our guests tonight, I would love to wrap things up here. But I'll make sure I do put her contact information for anyone, any woman out there who desires to, get that financial clarity call, help you in structuring and making sure that you have the right tool set, you have the plan. She shared a lot of wisdom nuggets on this call. A few takeaways for me was momentum starts with movement, and the gap between the knowing and the doing, the gap is the decision. What decision are you going to make today after listening to this call? If you have any questions, please forgive me. You can drop them in the comment section. If there's any questions that you feel that you would love to ask Coach Rasheeda in today's call. I see the comments coming in. Knowledge is power, but actions make it powerful indeed. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Taiwo Owokoniran. Yes, action makes it powerful. So take that action step today in booking that clarity section, the financial clarity section. I will make sure I post her contact information in the description of this video. That anyone can reach out. Again, I'm sharing my code with everyone. So please, 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 when you book your session with her, make sure you apply everything she is telling you to do. Trust the method, trust the system. It works. So again, I'd love to appreciate you, Coach Rasheeda, for everything. And for today's session, most importantly, the comments are still coming in. My Faith TV, take that action step today. Yes,
Wow.
everyone, go out there, take that action step today. She shared a lot of wisdom nuggets on tonight's session. This conversation is just the beginning. I'm hoping we're gonna have her back again. Yes, I'm
Yes.
gonna leverage my coach relationship. I'm bringing her back on early this year again. And if you're truly ready to take the next steps and go deeper, like I said earlier, book
Wow.
that session. Join us on Saturday as well, April 19th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on our Build, Grow, Thrive webinar. It's going to be on Saturday. It's on Zoom, so you do have to register. I'll make sure that we post the link in the comment section as well. Everyone should please register. If you don't register, you don't get the Zoom link. But before we wrap up on today's session, Coach Rasheeda, any final comments that you love to speak to any woman listening to you, watching you today. I'd love for you to speak from your heart and address, based on the sessions you've had with women, what would you like to speak to into the life of that woman out there that maybe needs to make a decision, maybe needs to change her mindset. But please speak to us tonight.
I want to tell women that you're more than what you think.
Yes.
You're so powerful
Mm,
that if you just understood the power that you have,
mm,
you're able to change the trajectory of your whole, not just your life,
mm.
your husbands, your children, generations.
Yeah.
This is the power that God has given you. You
Mm,
see, when God says, a man that finds a wife finds a good thing and because of that
mm,
receives favor. You
yeah.
are the favor. So
Amen.
you walk in favor.
Mm,
So when you speak, you should understand that you're speaking power.
yes.
So stop speaking negative into your life.
Mm,
Everything that you've been told that has been a lie that's not working for you,
mm,
begin to speak positive into your life. We did this and
mm,
it worked for us.
yes.
It works. You just
Yeah.
have to try it.
Mm,
Whatever trauma, whatever you experience, whatever negative
mm,
talk that you've been told,
mm.
try to rewrite your story.
Yes.
Take a pen to paper. I remember when I was telling Lola to write like our life is a movie. It's
Yeah.
like our life is a movie. So if you are the leading actor, the producer, the leading actor in your own movie, how would you show up?
Mm,
Would you be the leading actor or would you be the servant? Live your life.
mm,
Your life is also a book. Every age
mm,
is a new chapter.
mm,
What is your next page going to be?
mm.
Determine that. It's one thing to pray. Let's not use prayer as a crutch. It didn't say just pray alone. It said faith and works.
Mhm.
But a lot of people will spend so much hours into the praying, and God is like this. So when are you
Mm.
going to get up from this knee and begin to walk into that purpose that you just asked for? I've done it for you. Matthew 7:7, ask and you shall receive. Seek me, you will find me. Knock and the door will be open. I don't see where he said, but
Mm.
it's only you to believe. The only thing that's holding a lot of people back is just to believe.
Mm.
They're waiting for God to come and do it. God
Mm.
has already done it.
Yes.
The
Yes.
moment you recognize and you ask for it, he's done it.
Done.
You just have to walk as I got it already. Just walk in it. An expectation that it is on its way
Mm.
in the physical. But in the spiritual, it is done. It's yay and amen.
Amen. Amen.
Yay and amen. Love you all. Mwah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So much.
Yes, Mr. Terry, yes, everyone needs to rewatch this video to be able to grasp everything the coach has spoken about tonight. That is so true. Thank you so much. We have comments coming in. Wellness with Dr. Faye. That's another great supporter of our YouTube channel. Go check her out.
Dr.
Yes,
Faye.
Dr. Faye. Yes, I'm taking action now. Yes, every woman should join on that journey. Preach it. Yes. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you all so much. And special thanks to my coach, who is your coach now, Coach Rasheeda Omolade-Sule. Thank you so much for this session. Thank you for joining us on tonight's conversation. And to all our viewers out there, if tonight's conversation has inspired you, imagine what you gain when you book a session with her, when
Come
you
on.
join us also for the full webinar, Build, Grow, and Thrive, Saturday, April 19th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. The link is in the comment section of this video. Do well to register. This webinar is specially designed to empower you to take the action steps. You know, Coach Rasheeda has done a beautiful job giving you the strategies, the tools, but you have to take the action steps in booking your sessions, registering for the webinar, and working in the right mindset. Coach Rashida, this has been phenomenal. I mean, I don't even know where to start from, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and strategies with us on tonight's conversation. Um, Before we wrap up, where can our audience connect with you and learn more about your work? I would
Oh,
also post I'll post your information, but I just love them to hear it from you on your social media handles, if you have a website, all of that.
yeah.
Please.
You can actually go to this Instagram is at Wifepreneur Coach. Facebook is Rasheeda Omolade-Sule, but you can just DM me. I'll actually leave Lola with my Calendly is literally open for like the next week or two before we do a masterclass. And I'm gonna let her know about the masterclass so that you all can be invited. Okay, thank you so much. So at Wifepreneur, Wifepreneur Coach.
All right, family, you heard her at Wifepreneur. I'm gonna put it in the comments
At
at Wife.
Wifepreneur, yeah,
Okay.
all small letters.
All right. I'll make sure I also put it in the description section of this video at Wifepreneur Coach. Please make sure you do well to follow her on social media. She goes live on her social media on YouTube as well. You can find her there, YouTube and Instagram, um, and watch her videos. I usually do go back to even old videos. They're still very impactful, and she shares her life. She's what you see is truly what you get. There's no two
Oh,
personalities. No.
I
So
know how to do it.
thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
And special thanks to all our viewers. Thank you so much for
Thank you for
joining.
coming out tonight.
Um, Special thanks. We're going to wrap it up now. If you did enjoy this conversation, make sure to give us a thumbs up each and every time. So this is to encourage us to keep, bringing special guest speakers and having, impactful conversations like this. And please do well to share with everyone and anyone, whether they know the information or not. Let them listen. When they listen, when they hear it, it brings things back to our mind, so we can start applying it. Make sure to subscribe to IminiWealth TV for more insights on building and securing generational wealth. Until next time, everyone, keep building, keep thriving, and keep walking in your purpose. I'm Coach Lola Owokoniran, your host for tonight. I'll see you at the webinar Saturday, April 19th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So please make sure that you do register. It's Zoom. It's not going to be live. It's going to be strictly on Zoom. If you don't register, you don't get the Zoom link. So that's where we're going to apply this. But special thanks to our coach on tonight's session. Thank you so, so much. And again, we love you. You know I love you. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.